I grew up in Mumbai, where summers last roughly 365 days or more, depending whether it's a leap year or not. I remember I would sit in front of this table fan, chatting with my girlfriend, who lived in America, in Chicago. Sometimes she would FaceTime me, buried under 3 layers of blankets. Long distance sexy time meant that I would convince her to take 1 layer of blanket off. In 2018, she asked me to come live with her. I could no longer take the distance and the blankets between us. So I agreed. And then I started packing for the most epic journey of my life, bringing along with me all the essentials of Indian culture I was accustomed to. Cadbury Dairy Milk, Vicks Vapor Rub, and a picture of a 4-year-old nephew bidding me goodbye to a foreign country. He said, "Shago." A week before leaving, my girlfriend called me. "Oh, by the way, don't forget to pack winter clothing. You'll need it." What am I, stupid? Of course I'm packing my winter clothes. My winter sweatshirt and a scarf that has kept me warm throughout the 6 hours of winter every year in Mumbai. She argues with me. No, you don't get it. Pack a winter jacket. You'll need it. Fine. So I went to the local mall. Yes, malls did not die. They just immigrated to Asia in huge numbers. And I told her exact words to the sales clerk. I said, "I need a winter jacket." He takes me to a dark corner of the mall. And then, for my survival in Chicago, he sold me this beauty. This is what in Mumbai is called a winter jacket. On the lines of how you could call a butter knife a weapon. As you can see, it has no arms. There are more places for wind to enter your body than places it can obstruct it. But the sales clerk said it is thick and trendy, and I said, "I'll take it." Now you have to understand something. Until now, my idea of winter was just the time of the year when you drink an extra cup of hot chai. Not the time that gives you a debilitating seasonal affective disorder, aka sad. And I'll let you in on another secret. Until this time, I had never seen snow in my life. I didn't even think it was real. For all I cared, snow was just one of those graphic effects that filmmakers use when Tom Cruise runs out of dialogues. All feelings of romance fell through when my girlfriend saw me unpacking my suitcase. "Where is the winter stuff?" she asked. I'm literally wearing it. You know when you get so angry that you lower your voice a few decibels so as to sound eerily calm? In that tone, she said, "Let's just go to TJ Maxx." Only when I got to a real coat factory did I realize that this jacket is as effective in protecting me against the cold as a bath towel is during a flood. These things were enormous. I tried my first winter coat on and immediately lost myself somewhere inside it. But it felt good, like a father's tender hug, if your father is a Yeti. And then came the Chicago winter. And nothing could have prepared me for it. May I remind you, that was the year the polar vortex hit. Having your first Chicago winter be the polar vortex is like you're ordering your first beer ever during an active bar fight. It was breaking my brain. I couldn't explain to my parents back home what did I mean by cold when I said it's too cold. So I turn the TV on and I go onto the news, and the news says, "Chicago tonight is colder than parts of Mars." We had to leave the fucking planet to come up with a comparison. And I checked, the temperature on the weather app was the exact same as the temperature in Mumbai, except a tiny little minus sign on the left-hand side. Xenophobic remarks like, go back to where you came from, would actually put a smile on my face and give me hope, because I really did want to go back to where I came from and sit under a fucking ceiling fan. But here I was instead, perpetually cold and alone. My best friend at the time was this tiny little space heater who I knew on a first-name basis. Ravi and I are best friends forever. Only he knows the pain of this immigrant like no one does. I guess I could take consolation in the fact that at least this jacket is reversible. In case I wanted to freeze to death in black instead.